friends, it's Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. I've had the craziest day ever. I'm telling you, I'm starting to wonder if I am too old to have a toddler. She is killing me. I swear, I didn't even have my eyes open yet before she started to ruin my day. So, why, you ask? Well, because typically that kid can't fart without me knowing about it. We co-sleep, and I am a really light sleeper with the baby in my bed. Perhaps I was overtired, I have no idea, but I did not hear her slide out of my bed. At first, I thought I heard her maybe playing with the cat, so I rolled over and did one of these, and as I'm doing this, feeling for her, I hear this unidentifiable kind of like thump, and then, uh-oh, I open my eyes and shoot up like this, pat the bed some more. She's across the room. Guess where she is? This deep in the snake's tank. Oh my word. What happened was she was chasing the cat. Cat wants to get away from her. He ups on the furniture, ups across the snake's aquarium, which is like this industrial mesh top. So what does she do? She climbs up there and tries to chase him across the top of the snake's tank. She gets on it and falls right into it. Thankfully, the way the mesh came down, it separated her and the snake. The snake is by no means large enough to hurt my toddler. She's only 4 years old, but all animals have the capacity to strike and bite in the event that they feel cornered or threatened, right? Knock on wood, Wednesday has never bit any of the children. But you never know, right? Even with my dog and my cat, I don't leave my toddler, unsupervised with the animals. The other day, actually, I caught Lux trying to bite her. So I scooped up the cat really quickly, and I looked at the side of the cat, and my cat is hairless. There's these great big teeth marks in the cat. She was biting him first, so he turned around and bit her too. Sometimes toddlers deserve it, but anyhow, thankfully the snake wasn't hurt, Ella wasn't hurt, but then I have this giant gaping hole in my snake's tank. So there goes my plans for the day, because I can't leave my snake just, to have the run of the house. Put a board over top of it, but that doesn't work because she can't use her light, and it's like a whole little ecosystem in there. She needs certain temperatures, certain humidities. She can get sick. She can pick up a virus, like tons of different, it's just not good. So you put a board on there, you can't put her light. Once they're not happy, light and keeping that ecosystem makes the snake happy. If a snake isn't happy, they want out. And it's just a board. She's not big or strong enough to hurt my toddler, but she's strong enough to push a piece of wood off the top of her tank and decide to piss off. So I had to cancel my plans for the day because I can't risk her getting loose and getting stuck behind a wall somewhere and dying of starvation and thirst. It's just a gong show. Just a gong show from the minute I open my eyes. So I'm like calling my dad, help! I have serious, important stuff to deal with this week, and I can't be here babysitting the snake. Anywho, back to more important things. This week, I'm super excited because I have been planning this wax wars forever. I have been hoarding some wax specifically for this. I've also been waiting on getting certain waxes. What I do love about this little mini series is I try and feature a little bit of everything. Something for everyone's taste. Doesn't matter if you're into vendor wax, whether you like mainstream stuff that you can buy at Walmart, or if you're a mega Scentsy fan. I like to showcase a little bit of everything. So this channel isn't exclusively for Scentsy fans or exclusively for vendor wax people, right? That's why I love Wax Wars. This week I did a cookie melt off. So excited. So I'm going to start with, I don't want to say the worst, but I guess that is what it is, and then go to the best. There are 8 spots. And this is the most shocking to me. I assumed the number 1 would be my most favorite cookie scent of all time. Not just cookie scent, my most favorite bakery scent of all time. I shared a boatload of it with my friends and family, told my friends and family about this company because it's Canadian, super excited, and saved one of the chunks of wax specifically for Wax Wars because I knew it was going to win. Folks, it is in the number 8 spot. And that is Make Sense Candle Company's Cookie Butter Crack. This was amazing when I received it back in November. If you remember that haul, I even said, no wonder they call it crack. I am placing an order today. Another order immediately. I swore up and down I never wanted to live without this scent. Unfortunately, I couldn't place an order right away because she closed her shop 12 hours after I posted my haul. And then she said that she was going to maybe open before Christmas. That didn't happen. So she was opening after Christmas, and then after Christmas she said she couldn't open because she needed supplies. And to the best of my knowledge, I think I checked like 2 or 3 days ago, and it's like mid, if not late January, and she's still closed. So, that stinks. I've also since watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and apparently she takes the summers off too, so apparently Make Sense Candle Company is not very accessible. And then, usually when I first received this, I could cut one of her cookies in half, sometimes quarters, because this scent was so strong. When I first received this in November, it gave me wall-to-wall coverage and would last for 6 to 8 hours at a time in teeny tiny slivers, like quarters of a chunk. I saved one whole cookie. I put half in the warmer for Wax Wars. Didn't smell a thing. That's strange. So I smelled the half that I still had in the bag. Hardly smelled like anything. What? I tossed it in the warmer. Folks, it didn't get a throw at all. Like at all. Not a 1 foot throw, no throw. I literally had to pick up the warmer to smell it. What the hell? How does it go from being the best cookie scent ever to no scent at all? Folks, it's these bags. So, when I first received this order, 2 of these bags were ripped, and I was a little interested in the fact it was the first company that I had seen that just ties a ribbon around it, because that's not airtight. I mean, I know that technically these clamshells aren't like airtight, but it's better than this. That's the only thing I can think of is these bags. So if you are on my channel and one of the subscribers that did manage to take my recommendation and haul this wax, pretty please go into your collection and rebag it all, because I've noticed that it's not just Cookie Butter Crack that has lost a vast majority of the fragrance. A lot of the wax that I have left from this company, unless it was in one of her sealed tart bags, these bags, it's all done that, even my custom blend, which is super disappointing. That's why Make Sense Candle Company went from what I thought was going to be the number 1 spot right down to number 8. No throw. Didn't last. It's done. Next one is Vintage Chic Scents. strangely enough, is another company that I swore was like my favorite indie vendor. Her scents are gorgeous on cold. This is Cookie Cleaver, but this was poured in May of 2017. It's actually currently what's in this warmer right now. It's been melting for half an hour, and I can barely smell it from this far away. And that's because with more research and reading more things, watching more YouTube videos, the recommendation for vintage chic scents is a cure time of 1 year. Who has time for that? A lot of shit can change in a year. I could be dead in a year. This isn't cured till May. It's January. I could be dead by the time this actually works. Nobody has time for that. I don't care how good Kirby's scents are. That's ridiculous. Honestly, from the items that I've destashed, I love them. I have a little collection. I even have them online because I want to sell them. I've considered holding on to them because maybe in 4 or 5 months from now I will really enjoy them, but really, no. And I spent a huge chunk of money in November ordering from her, now knowing that I have to wait till next November, December, January before it might smell good. What a waste of money. That's horrible. Never again, folks. No destashes, no purchases with vintage chic scents just because it doesn't make sense. How come everybody else's wax cures and that one company takes a year? It's ridiculous. Something is obviously not good. So that's the number 7 spot. Number 6 spot, I almost feel bad for having this one in here, but this is Scoopable Tart Wax. I just hauled this. So I purchased this the first week of January, and I just picked it up. My haul is so recent, I haven't even been able to post it to my channel yet, but this smells amazing on cold. This is Kathy's Wackadoodle. In case you're not familiar, Kathy was the original owner of Rose Girls. Her daughter Jenny took over Rose Girls, and then Kathy went on to start Scoopable Tart Wax. I love this idea, love the company, because this melts at lower temps. It's soft. I know my camera won't pick it up. Soft as all get out, so I can melt this in my Scentsy warmers. Oh, amazing. Finally, a wax that I can use in Scentsy warmers. I love it. It smells to die for. It literally filled my entire bedroom. It was getting a solid 10 to 12 foot throw, smelled delicious cookie scent, but in total it only lasted 2.5 hours. And I'm wondering if that's because it hasn't cured yet. I know for a damn fact this stuff doesn't take a year to cure, but if you're one of my waxy vendor friends, comment down below if you have experience with this company and how long you usually leave it to cure. Because if it's not cured, I kind of feel bad for having this in Wax Wars. But that would have been in the number 6 spot. Number 5 is Sensational's Cookie Fix. This is one of the mixable fragrances, so it's buttery shortbread on one side and sugared pecans on the other. I really enjoyed this. I know I usually say that Sensationals is very one-dimensional. They're very creative with their scents, and I stand by that. Like, I really don't smell buttery shortbread in here or sugared pecans. It just smells more like a warm bakery scent. I wouldn't even identify this as a cookie scent, if that makes sense. But it lasted a total of 4 hours, and it gave a solid 7 foot throw. So for the price point, it's definitely not in the top 3, but it's definitely not in the bottom either. It was okay. It was okay. I much prefer this scent because it actually smells like cookies. But on performance, it did perform a little bit better than this one. So 8765, number 4 spot. This one is shocking to me. Next one was Sassy Girl Aromas Cookie Cottage. Something I've been discovering about Sassy Girl is that don't judge the scent on cold. Because man, oh man, when you add heat to Julie's blends, everything changes. So I received this in a D-stash, either like my first or second D-stash. And when I smelt it, I was like, meh. It's not gross, but it's not really great. I follow the Sassy Girl Aroma Facebook page, and I noticed anytime Julie posted for ideas for restocks, there was like several people on there repetitiously asking for her Cookie Cottage blend. And I'm like, what? Why do they want that? Why would they even bother asking the owner for that? I have that. It doesn't smell like anything special. And on cold, I stand by it. Like I don't even necessarily smell cookies. Kind of smells like stale crackers or something on cold. So I thought, for the sake of Wax Wars and the fact that all these people keep asking for it, I should melt it and see what this is all about. Oh man, I'm glad I did. And I'm kind of disappointed that I only have 3 little chunks in this bag because it was really good. It lasted a total of 5 hours, and for the first 2 hours I had about a steady 10 to 12 foot throw, and then progressively it shrank. Some people might not think that 5 hours is a lot of time. I find that's pretty average for Sassy Girl Aroma in my home, and I'm okay with that because I'm a fruit fly on acid. I change my wax sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day as I work from home, right? So I get bored of something and I switched out. So 5 hours for me is great. Other people would disagree and say, that's not long enough. But I think for the price point, the scent, which always seems to surprise me because on cold, it doesn't smell meh. It's all right. Put heat to it and oh my word, this was an awesome cookie scent. Really, really good. I did enjoy that. Pleasantly surprised. So 87654. In the number 3 spot, we have Scentsy's Sugar Cookie. That's right, number 3. I'm so bummed out about this one. So on cold, I love this scent. It is just a classic sugar cookie note. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing over the top. I probably wouldn't pick this up and go warm it on its own, just because it is a little tad boring. But this, I'm telling you, makes a phenomenal blender. So for the sake of Wax Wars, I tried to melt 1 cube in a huge space, and it's not strong enough. It is a very, very light scent. So I had to add 2 cubes. 2 cubes lasted a total of 6 hours, but I only got a 3 to 4 foot throw. That was really shocking to me because I've heard so many people rave about this scent. Some of my favorite YouTubers who aren't even Scentsy consultants give amazing reviews for Scentsy's Sugar Cookie. So I thought, maybe this room is too big. Let me troubleshoot it in other rooms. I tried it in the bathroom. I tried it in one of the kids' bedrooms upstairs. It just doesn't work in my house. And sometimes you have to be okay with that. Sometimes the scent is just not for you. It was okay, but not great on performance anyways. I love the scent and I will continue to purchase this and use it as a blending scent, but on its own, 3 to 4 foot throw for $8, it definitely wouldn't be a repurchase for me. In the number 2 spot is Better Home & Gardens Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I'm so happy I finally got my hands on this, and as you can see, I've melted 4 cubes, and now I understand why people love this. The scent isn't the exact same as Scentsy Sugar Cookie, but it's reminiscent of. I find Scentsy sugar cookie is sweeter, whereas this has more of that bakery crunch note to it. Almost smells like, you know, when the cookie is cooked just right and the bottom is crusty. I know crunch sounds a lot more appetizing than crusty, but that's what I get. I get like that crusty baked cookie scent. Yeah, this is amazing. So this one lasted 6.5 hours in my house, so a little bit longer than Scentsy, and this gave me wall-to-wall coverage in a huge room. So I was pleasantly surprised, as well as the price point. I think I paid like $3.47 for this in the States. Ridiculously cheap for a value pack. This is absolutely worth its worth the price point on it, and now I understand why my American friends go absolute batty for this one. Last but not least, and in the #1 spot is Selfbound Soap Company's Super Sugar Cookie. This one is amazing. Not quite as good as what Cookie Butter Crack was once upon a time, but man, it's a close second. This one is so good. So, where is it? Oh man, even on cold, it is so strong. On cold, it almost smells like sniffing the vanilla straight out of the bottle when you're baking. And look how cute it is. Presentation to me, I could take it or leave it, but I really do appreciate it when vendors go over and above to make adorable little shapes. Look at these. So cute, right? Cookie. And I would never need to melt this whole thing. Like, I could cut this in half. So when I did this, look at the macaroon. And then she's got these little ice cream cones. This is what I used for Wax Wars. One teeny tiny piece like this lasted 16 hours and had a solid 8 to 12 foot throw for the first 8 or 9 hours, and then it slowly dissipated. But man, oh man, this is a banger. I absolutely love this. It is one of the first vendor waxes I've ever tried. It is also phenomenal with Selfbound Soap Company's jam blends. Oh, those are deadly as well. So good. I cannot say enough about this. I've also heard that some people say Selfbound has a ridiculously long cure time. I think it really depends on Rachel's fragrances though, because this one was just poured in October of 2017. It's freshly baked sugar cookies with sweet vanilla, and man oh man, I think it's that vanilla note. It is so heavy. This is well cured. I think I received this late November, so not even a month old, and it was a banger and only continues to get better and better and better with age. The only regret I have is not having more of this on hand, and Selfbound Soap Company isn't the easiest to order from, but I've heard good things, and I've heard Rachel is growing her business. Some big exciting things are happening for Selfbound, including finally legally changing her name to Selfbound whatever, not soap. So yeah, I would definitely say Selfbound Soap Company takes the cake this week in this mega cookie melt-off. Once again, thanks for watching. Give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell above for future content notifications. Stay tuned, I'm bringing you videos daily. Bye for now.